Everybody, and on to the bottom of page 19 and page 20. Where do we find our character at the beginning of chapter 8? Well, he is miserable. Hell isn't this place with grinding and gnashing of teeth. It's not this place with this terrible hellfire. There's nothing really going on. It's just boring and unreal and rainy and miserable. There's nothing exciting about it. As the gruff ghost mentioned, there's no cool Henry VIII burning on a spit. Like there's nothing interesting about hell. There's nothing to turn our heads about. It's just kind of boring. But our hero isn't depressed about that. He's depressed about the fact that, like, well, wait, what if this heaven thing isn't good for me? Oh no. And what does he say? Well, he says in page 20 that all he really needs is for somebody to restore his hope. But what is he doing at the beginning of chapter 8? He's allowing the despair of someone else to influence the condition of his own heart. And he's permitting himself, even spiritually, to enter back into the hell from which he just came. But he recognizes in the midst of this despair that he's entering into, and listen to this line, if only I could find a trace of evidence that it was really possible for a ghost to stay, that the choice was not only a cruel comedy, I would not go back to hell. He's hoping for hope. He's hoping for hope. And that's exactly the kind of reason why he's so intentionally focused on this next conversation that happens, right? Across the way, he sees that this woman is dressed in these fine clothes, and then she sees this spirit walking towards her, and she starts getting all flustered. And then she says at the very bottom of page 20, and we'll focus on this more as we talk about it tomorrow, she's like, I'd never have come at all if I'd known you were all going to be dressed like that. She's focused on her appearance in a place where nobody cares about their appearance. Yeah, you can say it more crudely. Nobody gives a damn about the damned in heaven, and nobody really cares about those kind of unimportant things. But this woman, even in heaven, even in the midst of all this glory, is focused that other people would be looking at her. Why would you look at her? You can't look at the mountains, at the grass, at the waterfall. All these other beautiful things are trying to attract your attention. Why in the world should she want to take away from that? That should be our first question. And then our second question is, why wouldn't she want to be a part of that? Again, two different questions. Why would she want to take away from it? And why wouldn't she want to be part of it? Those are things that we should ask about ourselves, especially when we consider our own personal lives, and not simply about heaven and eschatology, which is the study of heaven, hell, death, and judgment. What does it mean whenever we see something good and we want to take away from it? What does it mean whenever we're so excited about being around our friends that we can't wait to complain about how bad the pizza is? Why would we do that? Or why is it that whenever we're out on an adventure that we start saying that our stomach is hurting? Or why are we always trying to drive attention from this awesome experience that we're having onto ourselves and onto some sort of either real or fake misery that we're conveying, just so that way we can distract other people from the other things that are going on? Maybe this doesn't relate to you at all, or maybe it hits too close to home, but this is something that is being addressed here. It's not simply some sort of gruff refusal of the world because you're battle hardened against it. This is some kind of a reality that's trying to warp the world into something that you can control, something that you can make less than yourself. Friends, we should think about that in moments of our own deepest joy, that we not try and impinge on the joys that other people are experiencing. Anyway, that's all that I have for you today. I look forward to visiting more with you tomorrow, hearing your comments down below about all the things that are going on in your own lives, as well as your thoughts on the reading so far. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be with you as always. Have a great rest of your day.